Last Thursday we were protesting about the cuts to public services in Islington. There's massive cuts, over £300 million in total. Basically people went out and it was partly to show that people didn't want the cuts, they're hugely unfair, they shouldn't be implemented. And there were also, a large group of people that were actually trying to persuade the council not to vote for the cuts. It's everything in Islington. You're talking about massive cuts to services for the elderly, for the young. The youth services have been particularly hard hit, including drug services, connections. The voluntary sector will be very hard hit because they're very vulnerable in terms of public services. They're often quite small, quite poorly funded, and they'll experience anything from a 25% to 100% cut. Today, this is a UK Uncut demonstration, and they're basically demonstrating about the fact that RBS is 84% publicly owned. They've just given out £1 billion worth of bonuses to their employees. If you're looking at the local picture at the same time, obviously we know there's massive cuts. The next action for Islington, Ihoops, Islington hands off our public services. We're building in the community for the march on the 26th. We really want to get out there and talk to people, especially people that haven't protested before, perhaps aren't trade unionists. These cuts are going to affect everyone, and get people out on the streets to really build for March the 26th and show the government how people really feel and that people aren't going to take this, basically.
We're here today because the bankers caused the crisis, and the government, instead of standing up to them, bailed them out with billions of pounds and is now slashing public services. The cuts, they're not necessary, they're a political choice. So we're here to demonstrate that instead of bailing out banks such as RBS, the government should be keeping essential services like laundry help for the elderly. So across the UK, actions are taking place. There are 45. This morning there was a crash at Camden, and today we've got a laundry service at Angel. Last week it was announced that £52 million is being slashed from Islington's budget. Amongst this it was a bus service to Hoxton, laundry services and transport for the elderly, and school community support officers. So we're here to highlight that in Islington, these services are essential, and the government should stop propping up banks and instead help ordinary people by keeping public services.